Good morning this Monday the 17th of October. I'm Grady Wolf, a market analyst with Bell Direct. The local market soared 1.75% on Friday on the back of the US market's sharp rebound on Thursday after US headline inflation data came in below market expectations of a decline to 8.2% for the month of September, while core inflation jumped to 6.6% for the month, which is a 40-year high. Investor sentiment locally was boosted by the US markets experiencing the biggest turnaround in one session since 2020, from negative to sharply positive territory after CPI data was released. For the week, though, the ASX lost 0.06%. Locally, the 2022 favourite energy sector led the charge again on Friday, adding 3.75%, while utility stocks jumped 3.62% and consumer staple stocks rallied 2.04%. All 11 sectors of the ASX ended Friday's session in positive territory. The winning stocks on Friday were Virgin Money UK, which lifted 9.52%, Domino's Pizza added 7.6%, and Liontown Resources jumped 7.57%. On the losing end, Pilbara Minerals fell 5.06%, St Barbara lost 3.31%, and Ramelius Resources ended the day down 3.1%. The most traded stocks by Bell Direct clients on Friday were BetaShares Australian Strong Bear Hedge Fund, Pilbara Minerals, and Whitehaven Coal. Overseas on Friday, US markets closed lower across the key indices on Friday following the release of big banks' earnings reports. The Dow Jones Industrials Index fell 1.3%, the S&P 500 lost 2.4%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq took the biggest hit, closing the day down 3%. Investors reacted to a mixed bag of earnings reports from the big banks, with consensus across the banks indicating the economy is strong right now, but outlook for the future is uncertain. JP Morgan Chase was one bank that impressed investors in its earnings results, with the bank rallying 1.6% on the back of reporting stronger revenues amid higher consumer spending, higher interest rates, and stronger performance on its trading desks. Morgan Stanley, on the other hand, fell 5% on Friday after its reports missed analyst expectations for both earnings and revenue. Over in Europe and the UK, the key indices closed Friday's session higher. The FTSE 100 jumped 0.12%, the French CAC jumped 0.9%, and Germany's DAX added 0.67%. Markets in Europe and the UK turned higher after the UK government U-turned on some of its controversial fiscal policies, and the country's finance minister was fired. New UK Prime Minister Liz Truss said on Friday that the government would include a further reversal of tax-cutting plans laid out in the mini-budget on September 23. Ahead of the local trading day, ASX futures are expecting the local market to open sharply lower, down 1.51% to start the new trading week, on the back of that sell-off on Wall Street on Friday. Taking a look at economic data, the RBA's meeting minutes will be released on Tuesday, giving a true insight into just how dovish the RBA are toward raising interest rates in future months, and the country's unemployment rate is out on Thursday. Over in the US, it's a big week for building and property market data, with building permits and house starts data for September both out on Wednesday, and existing home sales data for September out on Thursday. On the commodities front, it's a red start to the week across the commodities this morning, with Brent crude oil trading 3.08% lower at $91.65 a barrel. Gold is trading down 1.34% at $1,643 an ounce, and iron ore is trading flat at $96.5 a tonne. And now let's dive into some trading ideas for your consideration to start the new trading week. Trading Central has identified a bullish signal on James Hardie Industries following the formation of a pattern over a period of 7 days, which is roughly the same amount of time the share price may rise from the close of $32.90 to the range of $37.50 to $38.50, according to standard principles of technical analysis. Trading Central has also identified a bearish signal on Euroz Hartleys Group Following the formation of a pattern over a period of 15 days, which is roughly the same amount of time, the share price may fall from the close of $1.27 to the range of $1.13 to $1.15, according to standard principles of technical analysis. This morning, the Australian dollar is trading sharply lower at 61.98 US cents, 55.09 British pence, 92.27 Japanese yen, and $1.12 New Zealand cents. That's all for this morning. I'm Grady Wolf with Bell Direct. Have a wonderful trading day and happy investing.